of all, I want to say congratulations to Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia. According to reports, they did, great numbers. Said that the fight did over 1 million pay-per-view buys, which leads to another question about streaming and all this kind of stuff. And to a certain degree, it further puts question marks around the PBC and their intentions for Tank Davis, which I'm going to talk about in a separate video. But I'm happy for Tank. I'm happy for Tank. All I ask is they don't have the same game plan for Tank that they're going to have for, or once had for Floyd Mayweather, and you know what I mean by that. So I just don't want to see that. And I hope that isn't a continuance of what you're going to see with people surrounding or affiliated with Floyd Mayweather. Because that was one of the most frustrating things about Floyd Mayweather to a certain degree. You did get up to watch Floyd Mayweather fight because Floyd was a technician and he was a magician in the ring. But now you just worried about other things that you may see. So, that's basically, the grand scheme of things, the rabbit in the hole. You just worried about some things that you don't want to see happen with Tank, because I feel like Floyd did make a mistake in his career. And like I said, Floyd fought great competition, but I think Floyd should have raised the bar a little bit higher for himself. But now you just seeing the same formula that might repeat with Tank. And I really hope that doesn't happen again, but it looks like that's where we're headed. And at the end of the day, I feel like that's a shame. And I feel that's not fair to guys like Shakur Stevenson or Devin Haney and guys like that who deserve to get a shot and a payday versus Tank. Now that Tank is a $1 million pay-per-view seller, which now it's official that he's surpassed Errol Spence in pay-per-view sales, which I've been trying to say that Errol Spence wasn't no top draw and he wasn't no pay-per-view star. When you had people sitting up here boasting and bragging about 300,000 pay-per-view buys allegedly. So I just find that hilarious. But we'll talk about all that later, depending on what time I get off of work, depending on how tired I am. So today is Wednesday. It should be relatively light, but I'm going to try to cover a lot of different subjects. Now let's cover this particular subject that has people up in arms and upset with Teofimo Lopez comments that he did with another content creator. I met that dude. I briefly spoke with him. I mean, he just like everybody else. It's different when you see these dudes in person. And that's all I'm going to say. Okay? He basically said that he's leaving ESPN, which I didn't know he had an exclusive deal with ESPN. He need to clarify himself a little bit more. Does he mean he's leaving Top Rank or whatever after this fight? And he's saying that ESPN could have the blacks. And that's kind of funny. I guess he was saying that ESPN shows more favoritism towards black fighters than they do Hispanic fighters. Well, I could make an argument that the PBC shows favoritism towards Hispanic fighters than they do blacks. And this organization was basically started by a black person, but then he seems to like to put his black fighters, on the back burner. So that's funny. So at the end of the day, I'm not in the business of telling fighters what promotional companies they go to or should go to. Now, the thing is, what I said about Ryan Garcia, I said he should leave Golden Boy for basically leaving him out to dry. But I never said what promotional company he should go to. Because like I said, that's not my thing. But now all of a sudden you got people trying to play this super militant pro-black card with Teofimo Lopez, but then just last year, a lot of these dudes were the same ones defending Teofimo Lopez when he said the N-word in front of Devin Haney. Look, I'm gonna say this. I plan on being that Josh Taylor versus Teofimo Lopez. And see, here's the thing. If I get a chance, I'm gonna ask him about it and ask him to reiterate like what he meant by that, and could he clarify what he meant by ESPN can have the blacks. I'm not gonna disrespect him, because going in there acting like that other cornball, trying to, going in there kicking and screaming, is it about you trying to get the truth or trying to get definitive answers, or was it about you making it about yourself? All I'm saying is, I got a job to do. I'm gonna go there and do my job. Ain't no reason for me to go in there kicking and screaming. But I am curious what he meant by that, because I can beg to differ about ESPN catering to black fighters, because I called out ESPN about not giving black fighters enough credit. How basically they were trying to erase Vasily Lomachenko's losses and make him an undefeated fighter, and how they had him the definitive pound-for-pound #1 fighter, which that was an argument within itself. And to a certain degree, I thought it was laughable how a dude at the time, when he had less than 15 fights in and hadn't really had one pound-for-pound fighter on his resume as, a win, and then all of a sudden they had this dude #1 pound-for-pound. And then I saw how Teddy Atlas tried to disrespect Terrence Crawford and Andre Ward by saying he had Lomachenko #1 pound-for-pound. So you can make an argument that ESPN don't give black fighters enough credit. And I mean, for years they had Canelo #1 pound-for-pound. They went out of their way not to make a black fighter pound-for-pound. Whether it be Canelo, whether they try to say Chocolatito, whether they try to say Vasily Lomachenko, so you can make that argument. But as far as me like throwing a tantrum and all that stuff and being mad for what? I've been saying this for the longest, that there's no black and brown alliance. I've been saying that. Yeah, they like our music, they like our culture, but that don't mean they like us. Look at this stuff that John Leguizamo been saying, which is absolutely false. John Leguizamo and a few other people, just like this whole thing about what Cleopatra's ethnicity was, is what you call not AI, artificial intelligence, AH, as in artificial history, which they've been trying to do. That's how you connect the whole, critical race theory thing that they've been doing, while they're trying to basically rewrite history right before our eyes and tell us it's fact because they say so. And you know what I mean by that. So I'm not mad at all about what Teofimo said. He did say blacks. Ain't y'all black? Now I can see if he would have called us the N-word and all that kind of stuff, then, oh yeah, it would have been a serious problem. But we are black. So I'm not going to sit up here and get all super mad, because, like I said, I already know what's going on. You can't get mad at somebody that already going on. This doesn't surprise me at all. Yeah, people will try to align themselves with us to pick up game and swag and all that kind of stuff, and then try to bring it back to their community, and try to act as if they created it when they really didn't. Nobody copies us more I mean, nobody is more copied than us. But the problem is everybody else profited off us, makes money off us. Real talk. So what is everybody getting upset for? And I ain't defending them whatsoever, because I've already known this stuff. How many videos have I made said that they ain't no black and brown, no black and Latino Because it just because people will take pictures with you, a lot of y'all don't have the same energy. So as far as what Teofimo Lopez said about ESPN can have the blacks, well, whatever. I wish ESPN would promote the blacks more. Because to me, I don't think they did a good enough job or doing a good enough job. So like I said, I'm not finna sit up here and go full-fledged, you know what I'm saying, for real. There's no reason for me to go full-fledged militant or whatever you want to call it. I know who I am. I know where I come from. And like I said, if I cover that fight, if I get credentials for that fight, I'm going to go there and treat it like I'm treating any other fight. Now, if I get a chance to talk to Teofimo about it, which y'all know I ain't did, and I'll talk to him. So like I said, now all of a sudden, so let me get this straight. You didn't have a problem with him saying the N-word, right? This is why I laugh at people, some of these people that's making videos that's all up in arms. So let me get this straight. You were defending him, and you didn't have a problem with him using the N-word, right? But you're distraught, you're upset, you're livid about him referring to you as black. Okay, so that makes a lot of sense. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna go to New York. I don't have no animosity towards Teofimo Lopez because that's how he feels. I've been saying this. If y'all feelings is hurt, that's on y'all for thinking that everybody is our friend and thinking everybody is our allies. Like I said, at the end of the day, it's just business. It's just business. And y'all need to understand that. So I'm just laughing at how upset you guys are. Because like I said, you were the same ones defending him. Well, you know, this is hip hop and you know, you got to understand the music, and sometimes people don't understand. Look, listen, they know damn well they ain't supposed to be saying the N-word. But at the end of the day, these people, they figure black people out. They know that black people, they know the formula. They know black people will attack other black people in defense of somebody that's not black. Because to a certain degree, black people don't value themselves or value other black people. A lot of us feel like we need vindication from other people to feel important, which I don't think that way, but a lot of other people do. And I don't feel like I have to attack my own community, make us look good, or be accepted from another. The fact that everybody is all up should have been when you know Paul did the N-word, but y'all was defending him. So you defended him, black people, so you felt that was more offensive. Okay. Like I said, some of y'all is just hypocrites, and that's just the bottom line, man. A lot of y'all don't know y'all head from y'all ass. I'm just keeping it a buck. So anyway, I'm done. I ain't gonna get this. I'm out.